My name's Zoe. I'm an English confidence coach, and this is C1 level phrasal verbs for everyday life. These phrasal verbs are perfect for navigating your day-to-day in English, especially for those of you working on sounding more native and elevating your use of the English language. If you comment below with some of your example sentences, I'll leave my feedback. Let's jump in. Try on. To put on clothing to see if it fits. Do you try on clothes before you buy them? During the COVID pandemic, most stores didn't allow you to try things on. The place that we try on clothes in a store is called a fitting room or a changing room, depending on where you're from. This is a good moment to mention that we do need to be aware of the tense of the verb we are using within our phrasal verbs, depending on the context. Watch how it changes. Simple present. I never try on clothes before I buy them. Or in past simple, I tried on 3 dresses and didn't buy any of them. Ramp up. Increase the level or amount of something significantly. Do you know what a ramp is? It's a slope that joins 2 things together. Maybe you can visualize a ramp that makes a building accessible for wheelchair users. So ramp up tends to be used in 2 main areas. Number 1, for effort. For example, okay, team, let's ramp up our enthusiasm, meaning to increase our enthusiasm. Maybe we're looking a little unenthusiastic. Another good example would be, I really need to ramp up my training before the marathon I'm taking part in next month. The second main use is for production. Something like, we need to ramp up production to meet the latest orders. Chip in, to contribute to a cause. Example, everyone chipped in to buy a birthday present for Sarah, meaning everyone contributed a little bit of money to buy a birthday present for Sarah. Sometimes we chip in voluntarily, other times because we're obligated to. If you live in shared accommodation and something breaks or needs repairing, you may be expected to chip in, like it or not. The idea of chip in is that each person within a group pays towards a greater cause. If you've ever donated money to a GoFundMe, then you've chipped in. Put away. To put something in its original place. This is different to cleaning. It means more like to keep things in an organized and ordered way. I'm terrible at putting things away, meaning putting things back in their original place. After I cook, and also terrible at putting my clothes away at the end of the day. If someone borrows something of ours, we might say something like, after using the tools, please put them away, meaning to put them back where you found them. You have kids, do they put things away after they use them? While we're here, let's talk about tidy up, which means to organize things neatly. Almost the same as put away, the main difference being that put away means to put things back in their original place, and tidy up means to organize things. Give away. This means to give something as a gift or a donation free of charge without expecting anything in return. I'm always giving things away because I hate feeling like there's too much stuff in my house. There are a couple of other phrasal verbs that we can add as a little freebie here. Get rid of, meaning to remove something that you no longer need, often by throwing that item away. So now we need to talk about throw away. Throw away, to put something in the trash or rubbish, depending on where you're from. Phew, that was a lot to take in. Let's review. When it's time to get rid of something, I prefer to give it away than to throw it away. Cut out. This one's pretty straightforward. It means to remove part of something, either literally like cutting it out with scissors, or perhaps more interestingly, figuratively cutting something or someone out of your life, meaning to remove that person or thing. If you're anything like me, you are trying to cut out sugar from your diet. Good luck with that one. Cutting things out often implies a little suffering. Here's a couple of example sentences. She cut out a picture from the magazine to put on her vision board, and I'm trying to cut out fast food, but it's so hard. Get stuck. Okay, so on a very basic level, we can get stuck in the mud, meaning that we can't move forward or backwards, stuck in traffic, meaning we are moving very little, or we can be stuck metaphorically. If you're struggling with a problem and feel like you can't find the answer, you're stuck. This phrasal verb can be used literally or figuratively, but either way, it's not a fun place to be. But hey, sometimes getting stuck teaches you a little patience, right? Let's look at a couple of examples to check you got it. We got stuck in traffic for more than an hour on the way home from work. I got stuck on the final question of the test and couldn't finish it. Break out. Okay, there's a few things we can do with this one. There has been a breakout of COVID in London, for example, would mean that there has been a sudden spread or increase of cases. To prevent a breakout, depending on where we live, we wore masks, isolated, didn't take unnecessary trips. Other things that can break out include a person escaping from a place, like the prisoner broke out of jail last night, a strong emotion, the crowd broke out with excitement when England passed to the semi-finals, and a fight. A fight broke out when England lost the semi-finals. Break in. This is when someone enters a place like a house or a building without permission. It's not a casual visit. Breaking in usually involves someone trying to steal something or causing damage. Picture someone sneaking through a window or forcing open a door. That's a break-in. Definitely not something you want to happen. We take all kinds of measures to stop a break-in from happening in our own home. Take off. This means to remove clothes or things. One of the first things that you do when you enter someone's home is take off your coat or jacket, or maybe you take off your shoes the second you get home because, let's be real, comfort is key. In British English, if someone tells you that they are going to take off, it means that they are going to leave. Let's check we understand with a few example sentences. She took off her jacket on the bus because it was too hot. He always takes off his work shoes and puts his Crocs on as soon as he gets home. Congratulations to all of you that made it to the end. Remember that I'm giving feedback to all of you who leave your example sentences below. Until next time.